Demak, how to recognize just content savol turidagi savollarni ko'rib bo'ldik va o'zingiz ko'rganingizdek bu yerda butun demak conversation suhbatni yoki leksiyani nima haqida bo'lganligini tushunish va umumiy mavzusini, asosiy mavzusini tushunganimizni tekshiradigan savol turi edi va bu yerda savollar what problem does a man have, what are the speakers mainly discussing kabi savollar edi. Demak, undan keyingi tipslarni ko'rib chiqamiz. Nima qilsak bu savol turiga yaxshi javob bera olar ekanmiz. Just content questions ask about the overall content of the lecture or conversation. Overall content haqida so'raydi. Ya'ni butun kontentda nima haqida gap ketdi. Eliminate just that refer to small portions of what you just listened. Demak, bu yerda o'zingiz eshitgan ma'lumotni kichkinagina portsiyasi bo'ladigan bo'lsa, masalan, butun 5 minutlik leksiyani yoki 4 minutlik suhbatni 20 sekundda ajratilgan bo'lsa, bu ma'lumotlarni siz belgilamasligingiz kerak. Chunki bu just contentga to'g'ri kelmaydi. Bu haqida asosiy mavzu bu haqida emas. Try to summarize the topic of lecture in one phrase or sentence. Demak, butun topikni, butun leksiyani mavzusini bitta so'zda tasvirlashga harakat qilib ko'ring deyapti. Example from a lecture. Example from a lecture bizga endi tekst berishgan ekan nimagadir. What is the main topic of lecture? Endi keling ko'raylik shuni. Main topic of lecture. Leksiyani main topigini topishimiz kerak. So the earth's surface is made up of this huge. Bizda audio bormi shu uchun? Yo'q, audio yo'q ekan, bizda faqatgina tekst orqali tushuntirishga harakat qilishyapti. So the earth's surface is made up of these huge segments, these tectonic plates, and these plates move, right? But how can motion of plates do you think influence climate on the earth? Again, all of you probably read this section in the book, I hope, but how can just motion of the plates impact the climate? O'z ko'rayotganda bu yerda full stoplar bor va demak tilda, demak haqiqiy demak conversationda butun kundalik hayotimizda ishlatiladigan demak kabi parazit so'zlar ishlatilgan, hamma ishlatadi buni tabiiy. When a plate moves, if there is landmass on the plate, then landmass moves too, okay? That's why continents shift their positions, because the plates they are on move. So as a landmass moves away from the equator, its climate would get colder. So right now we have a continent, that landmass Antarctica, that's on a pole. So that's dramatically influencing the climate in Antarctica. There was a time when most of the land masses were closer to a pole. They weren't so close to the equator. Maybe 200 million years ago, Antarctica was attached to South American continent, and Africa was attached too. And the three of them began moving away from equator together. In the Himalayas, what was there? Where two continent plates collided. Two continents on separate plates. When this Indian plate collided with the Asian plate, it wasn't until then we created the Himalayas. When we did that, then we started creating the type of cold climate that we see there now. Wasn't there until this area was uplifted. So again, there is something else that plate tectonics plays a critical role in. Now, these processes are relatively slow. Himalayas are still rising, but on the order of millimeters per year. So they are not dramatically influencing climate on your time scale of your lifetime. But over the last few thousand or tens of thousands of years, hundreds of thousands of years, they have dramatically influenced it. Another important thing, number 3, how plate tectonics have influenced climate is how they influenced. We talk about how changing land masses can affect atmospheric circulation patterns. If you alter where land masses are connected, it can impact oceanic circulation patterns. These other processes, if we were to disconnect North and South America right through the middle, through Panama, that would dramatically influence climate in North and South America, probably the whole globe. So suddenly now, as the two continents gradually move apart, you can have different circulation patterns in the ocean bed between the two. So that might cause a dramatic change in climate if that were to happen. Just as have had happened in Antarctica to separate from South America. O'z ko'rayotganingizdek, agar tectonic movementlarni klimatga o'zgarishlarini, klimatga ta'sirlarini 3 ta yo'nalishini ko'rsatib bergan ekan. Birinchisi, demak, ekvatordan olib ketish, ikkinchisi uni landscape'ini o'zgartirish, uchinchisi demak ocean current'larni o'zgartirish. Demak, what's the main topic? The difference in climate that occur in different countries. Difference in climate haqida ma'lumot yo'q, belgilamaymiz. How movement of Earth's place can affect climate. To'g'ri, bu to'g'ri ma'lumot berilgan. Tectonic plate'ni o'zgarishi climate'ni o'zgartirishi haqida ma'lumot berilgan. Why the oceans has less effect on climate? Oceans has less effect haqida ma'lumot yo'q. Ocean effect haqida ma'lumot bor bu yerda, lekin less effect haqida ma'lumot yo'q. Kamligi haqida ma'lumot yo'q. The history of the climate of the region where the university is located. Where university haqida umuman gap bo'lgani yo'q. Shuning uchun ham ikkinchi javobni olamiz. Choice 2 is the answer that best represents the main topic. To'g'ri keladi. The professor used Antarctica, Himalayas as an example to make general point that climate is affected by the tectonic plates, the movement of Earth's plates. Note that for just content questions, the correct answer and the incorrect choices can sometimes be worded more abstractly than occurs in the example. Endi e'tiborli bo'ling, just content savollarda to'g'ri javob va noto'g'ri javoblar worded more abstractly. Abstraktroq shaklda, mavhumroq shaklda yozilgan bo'lishi mumkin. The following just content question refer to the same lecture. Endi kelingchi, what's the main topic of the lecture? A climate experiment and its results. Experiment haqida ma'lumot yo'q. Geologic process and its effect. Geologik proses va uning effekti. Bu to'g'ri, chunki tectonic movement bu geologik proses. Biz ko'rayotgansak, tectonic movement geologik proses qilib paraphrase qila olmasangiz javob to'g'ri topolmaysiz. How a theory was disproved. Disprove haqida umuman ma'lumot yo'q. Ya'ni birorta teoriyani xatoligi topilgan. How land movement is measured. Measure haqida umuman ma'lumot yo'q. Ya'ni land movementni qanaqa measure qilishadi. Lekin bu yerda land movement haqida ma'lumot bor. Bu sizni chalg'itishi mumkin. Voy to'xta, text butun land movement haqida dedi-ku, deysizda, lekin measure degan so'zga e'tibor bermaysiz. Shuning uchun ham ballingiz demak pastroq bo'ladi, chunki siz ularni demak yolg'onchi so'zlarga, demak yolg'onchi strukturasi va demak qopqoniga tushib qoldingiz. Once again, the correct answer is choice 2. Even o'zgartirgansak, ikkinchi javob to'g'ri. Even though the wording is very different, ya'ni so'zlar orqali ta'riflanganligi demak boshqacha, it basically says the same thing as the choice 2 in the previous example. Lekin bir xil gapni gapiradi. A geologic process has an effect. O'zgartirgansak, geologic process movements of Earth's place and effect change in climate deb demak paraphrase qilingan bu yerda. Mavhumroq shaklda paraphrase qilingan. Second question type. Type 2. Gist purpose questions. Bu savol turi, bu speaking, listeningimizdagi ikkinchi savol turi. Some gist questions focus on the purpose of the conversation. Demak, nima maqsadda shu gaplar gapirildi, nima maqsadda shu suhbat qilindi, o'sha haqida shunga fokus qilar ekan o'zini. The lecture rather than the content. Contentga emas, uning purpose, maqsadiga fokusini qaratar ekan. This type of question will more likely occur with conversations. Ya'ni suhbatlarda demak uchraydi bu, asosan deyishyapti. But gist purpose questions are also occasionally be asked about lectures. Occasionally, ba'zida leksiyalar uchun ham so'ralishi mumkin. How to recognize gist purpose questions? Gist purpose question ni qanaqa qilib topsak bo'ladi? Typically phrased as follows. Quyidagicha frazalarga berilgan. Quyidagicha demak ko'rsatilgan. What does a student visit? Why does a student visit? Nima uchun borgan? Why does a student visit again? Nima uchun borgan? Why did the professor ask this thing? Nima uchun so'radi? Why does the professor explain? Why? Demak, nima uchun deb so'ragan, o'sha uchun ham purpose, maqsadini topishga yordam beradi. Tips for gist purpose questions. Qanaqa qilib bu gist purpose questionlarni topishimiz mumkin? Students visit professors during office hours for various reasons, including cases in which a professor invites a student in to discuss a student's performance on an assignment. Bunda o'z ko'rayotganingizda office hours, office hour vaqtlari studentlar professorni ko'plab sabablarga ko'ra visit qilar ekan, tashrif buyurar ekan. Masalan, professor ularni o'zi chaqirishi mumkin ekan, studentni demak birorta demak vazifadagi performance, ya'ni qanaqa ishlaganini tekshirish uchun yoki gaplashish uchun o'sha narsa haqida. To answer a gist purpose question, look in your notes for information that identifies the reason that the student visited the professor in the first place. Gist purpose question ni topish uchun biz birinchi navbatda note taking qilgan bo'lishimiz kerak, ya'ni eshitgan narsalarimizni yozib borgan bo'lishimiz kerak va o'sha yozib borgan ma'lumotlarimiz ichidan aynan student nima uchun professor xonasiga kirganligini topishga harakat qilishimiz kerak. The purpose of a conversation is not always related to the conversation's main topic. O'zi ko'rayotgandek, conversationning maqsadi conversationning asosiy mavzusiga taalluqli emas. Chunki ular masalan bir maqsad bilan boradi, butunlay boshqa narsa tezgina o'sha maqsadni hal qilib boshqa maqsadga o'tib ketib qoladigan vaziyatlar bo'ladi. For example, a student might visit her professor for the purpose of asking a question about the professor's grading policy. Mana o'zi ko'rayotgan student professorga borish mumkin, baholash qoidasini tushunish uchun. After answering her question, the professor might spontaneously ask how the student is progressing on research project and the rest of the conversations about that project. O'zi ko'rayotgansiz, tezgina javob beradi professor o'sha qanaqa baholash sistemasi haqida, keyin studentni so'roviga tutadi. Research proyekting, izlanish proyekting qanaqa ketyapti? Butun suhbat keyinchalik research proyekt haqida bo'ladi. Shunga e'tiborli bo'lasiz. Bu ozgina odamni chalg'itishi mumkin. Meni ham ko'plab vaziyatlarda chalg'itgan. In service encounter conversations, ya'ni biror student kampusda ishlaydigan yoki universitetda ishlaydigan birorta xizmatchini, ya'ni demak professordan tashqari hamma odamlar xizmatchi bo'ladi. Masalan, guidance counselor, librarian, o'sha odamlar xizmatchilar bo'ladi. Masalan, dormitoriyda ishlaydigan odamlar. The student is often trying to solve a problem. Muammoni hal qilishga borgan bo'ladi student asosan. Understanding what the student's problem is, how it will be solved, will help you answer the gist purpose questions. Studentni muammosini tushuna olish va bu muammoni qanaqa qilib demak yechimi topilishini topish, tushunish sizga bu savolni topishga yordam beradi deyishyapti. Keyingisi. Endi bu qismni o'qiymiz va savolga javob berishga harakat qilamiz. Keling, birinchi savolni ko'raylik. What does the student visit the professor? Nima uchun professorga bordi? Keling, o'qiylik endi. Narrator, listen to a conversation between a professor and a student. Student, I was hoping you could look over my note cards for my presentation, just to see what you think of it. Okay, so refresh my memory. What was your presentation about? 2 models of decision making. Oh yeah, classical and administrative model. Yes, that's it. What's the point of your talk? I'm going to talk about the advantages and disadvantages of both models. What's the point of your talk? But what is the point of your talk? Are you going to say that one is better than the other? Well, I think the administrative model is definitely more realistic. I don't think it's complete. It's kind of a tool to see what can go wrong. Okay, what's the point of your talk? What are you trying to convince me to believe? Maqsading nima deb 3 marta so'radi bechora professor. Well, the classical model, you shouldn't use it by itself. A lot of companies just try to follow the classical model, but they should really use both models together. Okay, good. So let me take a look at your notes here. Oh, type notes. Wow, you have got a lot packed in here. Are you sure you're going to be able to follow this during your talk? Oh, sure. That's why I'm typed them. Because otherwise, well, my handwriting is not very clear. O'z ko'rayotganingizdek, maqsad bu yerda student borib prezentatsiyasini anonsini tekshirtiryapti. Nimasini? Prezentatsiyasini notlarini tekshirtiryapti. Shu gist bu yerda. Ya'ni purpose gist. Nima uchun bordi? To get some new note cards, for example. To get note cards? Yo'q. Get note card emas. Show qilishga bordi. Ya'ni note cardlarni ko'rsatishga bordi. Olish uchun emas. To show her some examples of common errors haqida ma'lumot umuman yo'q. To review notes for her presentation with her. Borib tekshirib chiqish notini. To ask for help in finding this topic. Ask for help emas, umuman yordam so'ramadi student. While much of the conversation is concerned with the content of the student's presentation, correct answer to this question is choice 3. To review the notes for his presentation with her. O'z ko'rayotganingizda asosan butun kontekst haqida content haqida ketdi, ya'ni prezentatsiya nima haqidaligi, lekin bu yerda to'g'ri javob gapni boshidagi ozgina qismida berilgan edi. Ya'ni nima uchun o'zi bordi bu odam u yoqqa degan savolga javob berish edi. Keyingi qismga o'tamiz. Type 3. Detailed questions. Uchinchi savol turi. Detailed questions require you to understand and remember explicit details and facts from the lecture conversation. O'z ko'rayotganingiz detail savollari bizdan aynan bir faktlarni va detallarni yodlab olishni va eslab qolishni demak so'raydi. Bu memorization question. These details are typically related directly or indirectly to the gist of the conversation of the lecture. O'z ko'rayotganingiz detallar to'g'ri yoki demak to'g'ridan to'g'ri yoki demak qisman bo'lsa ham gist of the conversation leksiya yoki conversationning asosiy qismiga bog'liq.